Hey guys, see if that makes a difference. Bring up my desktop so I can see who's here. Apologies, guys. Hey Stitch. Stitch, how are you? That's okay, Stitch. It's awful early, you know. I realize that when I go so early that not everyone is going to be able to make it, and not everyone is even going to want to make it. Some people would rather. Some people would need sleep in, get a little extra sleep. And if it comes between a choice, hanging out with me and getting some sleep, my suggestion, choose sleep every time. I'll be live 3 times a day. I have been for over a year, not missing a day. Hey, Lee. I hear my cat stirring. Googling something up real quick. Lee, how's your weekend going? Stitch, how's your weekend going? Sorry, guys, I'm just looking at a few things. All right. Hey, Adam. Adam says, just dropping by real quick, Yogi, to say I made that video. Love to all. Oh, awesome. Which one? Because we talked about a couple different ones. He says, it's going okay, Yogi. We went to the fair today. Lots of rides. Nice. I would be sick as a dog if I went on a bunch of rides. When I was younger, I could do all kinds of crazy stuff. Nothing seemed to affect me. All right, I see it. ACIM, Course in Miracles, with a hint of plant medicine. I'm looking forward to diving into this one. Our friend Percolated Fish Adam has a video where he's talking about A Course in Miracles with a hint of plant medicine. And if you know, you know. So I posted this before. I'm going to post it again. I want to talk about it. Not sure if the whole thing will come up. No, but enough of it. I know you've seen this one before, Lee, a couple times. Here's a question. When does enough become enough for us? Does it ever become enough for us? That, as the Course says, tolerance for pain may be high, but it is not without limits. Eventually, everyone begins to recognize, however dimly, that there must be a better way. So the question is, hey, Kat, what's the better way? I can only tell you what has been a better way for me. The Course never says it's the only way. What it does claim is that it can save you a lifetime. And that I agree with 100%. I absolutely love yoga. I have obviously I love yoga. I'm a yoga teacher, yoga meditation teacher, yoga breathwork teacher. Um, I am certified to teach the asanas. I don't enjoy teaching asanas though. I love doing them. Hey, Michael. So again, the Course makes it very clear. Course in Miracles is not the only way. Does it even say it's a better way? However, it does say that it is a how come no glasses stay on my is it me? Is it my ears? Or is it the glasses themselves? I don't know why. Every pair of glasses I get, it seems um, they're always crooked. Um, so yeah, it doesn't claim to be even a better way, but it does say that it is what they believe. The teacher, the narrator of the course, claims to be the fastest way. That it will literally save you lifetimes. Um, Glasses aren't crooked. Your ears are crooked. Have my ears always been crooked? How come no one told me this before? That can't be true. Hold on. How's that? What I don't like about these glasses so much, if they were a little darker around here, because it makes it look like I just have shiny eyes. I look like looks like I'm from the future. Shiny eyes and a shaved head. How come everyone in the future in every movie is bald? They come to the future and they all have bald. Have we evolved beyond the need of hair? Am I just ahead of my time? Am I literally from the future, but now? I don't know, guys. But I'm back. I'm no longer in the future. I'm here with my crooked ears. Um, so why not save a lifetime? I see no my title, just a yogi. You say just a yogi practicing A Course in Miracles in his life. Michael says, I hope not. That would be weird. Which part? About my crooked ears? Or me being from the future? Um, my life has steadily grown more peaceful and happier through the process of yoga. My mind becomes calm. Uh, Meditation has brought a great deal of stillness to my life, an openness, a spaciousness. As with practicing the asanas, making my body more calm, more responsive, more flexible, more balanced. All of that is a reflection of the mind. Um, there's a great, I wish I could remember how it was pronounced in Sanskrit, um, that yoga is basically stillness of the mind. Oh, the part about adapting to not needing hair. Well, that's, of course, you don't want that to be true because you got a big old head of hair. But hey, welcome in. Welcome into the future, Michael, where hair is not necessary. Look at Jace. They said, why do your eyebrows look slanted? Well, that's easy to explain. It's a hereditary condition. Uh, in Latin, it's called eyebrowus slantius. Uh, Genetic. It's actually the thing that kept me from being in the Olympics. I would have made the team. Thank you, Jace. Lee says, hey, Sib, sir. Jace says, Leland. Jace says, cat with a wave. And Adam and Michael. Hey, Adam's got a video where he's talking about A Course in Miracles with a hint of plant medicine. And I hope you guys know what he means by plant medicine. Hey, I got a copyright warning from Trending singing yesterday. That tells me two things. Trending is such an incredible singer that even with no actual music, she sounded exactly threatening enough to the music. What are they called? Copyright holders, whatever they're called. Threatened enough that they issued a warning to my little old channel. The other thing it tells me is how much I don't sound like the original, that they don't feel threatened at all. So it's just a warning. No strike against me. Just saying that they demonetize it, and if I don't want to do anything about it, if I want to get it monetized, I can go edit it. That means taking trending out. No need to do that. I don't need to make money off of that. Hey, Bud Files. So that's all the great stuff that yoga has brought me, as well as deep dives into Buddhism through the years, as well as studying Sufism, some crystal Christian mysticism. Sorry, I gotta pat my cat. But A Course in Miracles is quick, not easy. None of it is. Letting go of egoic choices, and especially when we don't know how to do it. So we ask the ego to let go of being the ego, which is an impossibility. Um, can be a bit painful. Jason's going to sue. Thanks for being here, Bud Files. But when I walk through my life with kindness and forgiveness, I'm literally transformed in that moment. When I forget, I have kindness and forgiveness towards myself to help me remember. Course in Miracles has brought a whole lot of grace towards my practice of yoga. My practice of yoga has eased the path for Course in Miracles. It doesn't have to be one or the other. However, sometimes you have a spontaneous awakening. Everyone I've ever known who's had a spontaneous awakening, though, practiced meditation for ages. Susan Segal, who wrote a book, Collision with the Infinite, in which she stepped off a curb at a bus stop, and her identification as a self, even the concept of a self, disappeared in an instant. Hey, Karen. Karen, how are you? It's nice to see you. She says, Eric, do you have much knowledge of early Buddhism and Hinduism? Some recent discoveries may indicate union at some point. Siddhartha, the Buddha, was Hindu prince. The early form of Hinduism that was practiced at the time. The point of breaking, basically, Buddha was a yogi. He was a prince that was raised in rarefied air because when he was born, there was a sage who said, "Hey, Anna, your son is either going to be his father was king, was a king, and said your son is either going to be a great king, or he's going to be a great saint. He's going to be a Buddha, the awakened one." And of course, his father, the king, wanted his son to follow in his footsteps. So he provided everything to hide the conditions of the world. Because if his son was going to be a saint, it would be because he wanted to ease the suffering of others. So he had all that he could to keep Siddhartha from experiencing any of that. But one day, the Siddhartha, the Buddha to be, was out with his charioteer, and he saw a precision leading a funeral, which caused him to be curious. And he asked his charioteer, "What's going on?" And the charioteer said that someone died. And that led Buddha to ask all kinds of questions. Is his father going to die? Is his mother going to die? Is he going to die? And of course, the answer is yes. That's when he started realizing that people are going to suffer. He also, during that journey, saw beggars who were starving, diseased people, all forms of suffering, which had him question. So, this can happen to anyone? Buddha could not take that. In the middle of the night, left his family, his young son, his wife, and wandered through India, actually present day Nepal. Then it was part of India, hanging out with yogis, meditating, doing all kinds of very, very tough practices, existing on water and 1 grain of rice until he was emaciated. At the point of starvation, giving up, maiden offered him milk and a bowl of rice, and he was nourished, and he decided that that was not, hey girl, that was not the way. That kind of practice was not the way to finding the end of suffering. So now that he was nourished, he sat under the Bodhi tree and said he would not move. He was going to enter deep meditation and not move until he was awakened. And as he sat under the tree, the demon, Maya, threw all kinds of stuff at him. Visions, promises. If you give up this quest, I will give you all this stuff. If you don't give up this quest, I will take everything. I will destroy you. I will destroy your family. The Buddha the beast stayed steadfast under the tree. Eventually, I believe it was 3 days, he came out of that meditation and he was awakened. When he was asked, "Are you a god?" And he said, "No." "Are you a demigod? Are you a saint?" His answer, all that was no. And he said, "Well, then who are you?" And he said, "I am the Buddha." The Buddha means awakened. He awakened, and this is what he said when he was asked, "So what do you teach?" The Buddha said, "I teach suffering and the way out of suffering." One thing, I teach suffering and the way out of suffering. Same exact thing is A Course in Miracles. Course in Miracles says, look around. Look at the suffering of the world. There is a way to end it. And it's not sitting under a Buddha tree. It's not any difficult yoga pose. It's not even how long you can meditate. It's a very simple choice. Two teachers that we have always since we were born. Of course, when we were born, the ego was very subdued. Still a glimmer of there to be developed, but not quite. So we're asked, of Course in Miracles asks one thing. Do you want to continuously choosing the ego, which is causing every condition in the world that we see? And yes, there's moments of happiness, right? But our moment of happiness means that we have to ignore the suffering of everyone else in the world. You think you could be truly, truly happy in your comfortable house with all the food that you want on your plate, with all the wonderful things, presents coming every day, if you had to look out your window and see a starving child? You think you'd be truly happy? Of course, that's what we do because the starving people are out there, but we have to look away from it continuously. Otherwise, we'd have to ask, is this truly being happy? Me having what I think of as everything, while there's people out there who have absolutely nothing? So what we're asked is, why did God create a world in which children are allowed to starve, in which there's warfare, in which there's crime? The answer is God did not create that world. God indeed did create a perfect world. We created a world in which we allow all that stuff, because think of the endless resources that we have to feed every single starving child in the world. Right now, we have the capabilities and the resources that by the end of the day, let's give it a little more time. By the end of tomorrow, every single person that is starving right now in at least the Western world, if not the entire world, could be fed by tomorrow. We could have food on the doorsteps of every single family by tomorrow, if we wanted to. Hey, Joe. Hey, Gilbert. How are you? Oh, wait a minute. This is it. This is the big day. Gilbert, I wish I knew a happy marriage song that I could sing for you right now. Jace, you got a song? What would be a song? What would be a Gilbert? Congratulations. Huge news. And I knew this too. So thank you for coming in. Man, uh, I'm honored that you came in right before your marriage. What a huge day. Hey, DJ. Hey, Betty. Blessings, blessings, blessings to Gilbert and Ray.
Have I worked or have I froze? I seem to be froze. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Unfreeze yourself.
How do I unfreeze myself?
I don't know. Shine your inner light, Jace. You can do it.
I'll try again. 1 second. I'll be back.
Big congratulations. Hey, Evan. Evan says, Eric, I always like your perspective. I'm on vacation and my landlord is going into my fridge using it to put things in. We caught her on camera. What do you think? Let her do it. It's not harming anything, right? There you are. I knew you could shine your inner light.
Here we go. Congratulations and celebrations. We want the whole wide world to know how much we love you. Congratulations and celebrations. Ray and Gilbert will get married very soon. Wishing you all the very, very, very best. Happiness, health, and much love.
One more thing. 3 rings of the bell for Gilbert and Ray.
Yay! No worries, Gilbert. That certainly put a nice little warm buzz, certainly in my heart. What a great day. Saturday's the day. You're getting married.
Yep.
Just one question. Will this be you at some point?
Marrying Gilbert? Probably not. I mean, I could ask him.
You were like, whoa, hang on a second. The brain's gone into overdrive. I'm not sure how I compute. You're trying to compute them for a second. Cat's just dropped a crate of Coke. That's just gone all over the floor. But yeah, there you go. Yes.
Hey there, puppy. What did you do to wear her out today?
We've been out. We've just had a little lay down for an hour. We had lots of food. It's obviously still quite warm. It's very, very humid. It's not as hot as it was, but it's very humid.
Gilbert accepted my proposal, by the way.
Frenchie. Do you know something I've noticed with Gilbert? He likes to say yes.
Well, here's a question then. How come you and Gilbert haven't been putting in any crazy reps yet?
That thing, you know, when you can smell that thing called fear. Don't know where it comes from, but I've left an open door from the start. I'm like, come on, Gilbert, let's get something sorted out. I'm a little bit worried though. Now he's got himself a little bit too strong. It's going to be me hanging on to his coattails.
Man, I have a list of people I'd love to see you work with. One of them's not me, by the way.
That's tomorrow. Don't panic. You know you get your turn tomorrow.
You and Gilbert, followed by an ice bath.
A nice bath.
Ice. Oh, you can do a nice bath. Yeah.
I don't know about the ice type of thing. Obviously, at my age, it gets to a point where getting cold's not good. I'd prefer to be warm.
I agree.
I prefer to be warm.
I've done the ice thing, and my only excuse, I'm using your excuse. I'm old and it's unpleasant.
Yeah, it gets to a point where things look small enough already. Don't need any help.
I wasn't going to go there.
I think that's just the perfect time for me to say, there we go. I'm just waiting for Dan to get back from shopping, and then we'll get a little workout sorted out. But yeah, thank you ever so much. As I say, Frenchie, welcome in. Good to see you. Stitch, Anna,
hey, Frenchie.
Everyone else, you're all amazing. Good luck, Gilbert. Good luck, Ray. Hope it goes really smoothly. And I look forward to seeing lots of pictures. Much love. See you soon.
Yep.
Bye.
Thank you, Jace.
Cheers, bro.
Jace, come singing a song for Gilbert and Ray. Sometimes I think about getting back on the ice, and man. One of those things, don't leave off your practice. If you leave off your practice, Evan says, you don't think that's a violation of privacy? Yeah, probably. Yes. Would it bother me? Nah, probably not. I don't know the story of why they're using it. Maybe theirs is broken, and they need it. They don't want their stuff going bad. So, yeah, is it an invasion of privacy? Of course, they're coming in your house, putting stuff in your refrigerator. Um, it's probably needed though. They probably have a reason. It doesn't really affect me. You know what I mean? Give me 1 second. And it says take care to Jace. RW, how you doing? Hey Stitch, Stitch, how you doing? Frenchie, it's nice to see you. How's everything out west? I'm sorry, Stitch. Stitch, what's going on? What can we do to help things? Evan says she has also asked me. So she asked if she could use it. What's going on today, Stitch? He says, yes, I'm getting Chinese. So the distinction between, let's not say Hinduism, but let's say with yoga. Yoga predates Hinduism. The difference between yoga and Buddhism. Basically, both are basically aiming towards the same end. Escaping the wheel of birth and rebirth. Escaping samsara. Jay says, Lee, you're unreal at guessing. Evan says she's also asked me to make phone calls to people that don't answer the phone for her. You're always free to say no. Never have to do things that you're uncomfortable with, even if they're your landlord. She says, I feel a celebration meal is in order tonight. Let me make a quick call. Oh, it's been a year and a half since I lost my great grandma. I'm sorry, Stitch. I do know that feeling. Certain dates stand in my mind. But you know what? Can also be a great reminder. We don't have to think, don't have to fully think of it as a year and a half ago that you lost your great grandma. You can think today's a great day to honor your great grandmother. A great day to thank your great grandmother and all the love that she ever gave you, all the love that you give her. And guess what? Any love that you give is love that's forever, doesn't disappear. Boy, your landlord asked you to do a whole lot of stuff, Evan. Sounds a little sketchy. Don't do the things that make you uncomfortable. Um, Man, that's a great question, Lee. Yogi, I'm intrigued by yoga and I can see the many benefits, but can you try yoga if your head and the heart isn't engaged? The entirety of yoga is a journey from the head to the heart. Hey, Cat and Jack, are you around? You know who said that. The same person we quote all the time. The entirety of yoga is a journey from the head to the heart. So you're in a great place to start. She says, Sitch, you do realize that's a year and a half of pure love. If we remember, we keep the love strong. Thank you, Jace. Hey, Praveen. Praveen says hello to me. Hello to Jace. Jace says Praveen brother. Anna says a journey from the head to the heart. Who said what? That the entirety of yoga is a journey from the head to the heart. You know that guy. That guy we're always quoting. Anna says hi to Praveen. Sid says, can we please do some breath work? Yes, we can do some breath work. Let's keep it simple. Let's do a couple rounds of that physiological sigh. So, Kat says, wait, let me try. You got it, Kat. Kat says, Maharashi, Shashi Shu. You got the Maharashi, Brahmana Maharashi. The shoe part is optional. So before we do the breathwork stitch, I want to say that Lee. So what you asked, again, such a perfect and insightful question, is the whole reason to practice yoga. You want to bridge that gap. Now here's the thing. Yoga is a process of bridging that gap. Buddhism is a process of bridging that gap. For me, I resonated more with yoga than I did with Buddhism. Although, like I said, I have done very deep dives. I went to quite a few Vipassana meditation retreats, which is a Buddhist tradition. I went to Buddhist Sangha in Bethesda, Maryland. Not all the time, but maybe once a month. It was led by Tara Brock, who lives in Bethesda, which is about only 20 miles away, but it takes about 40 minutes to get there because of DC traffic. Hey, Big Al. All the finest people in one place on the internet. Now, this is life. Highly recommend anything by Tara Brock, by the way. All right, so we're going to do a few rounds of, hey, Sniper. Breath work, the physiological sigh for our friend Stitch. Stitch, I believe you've probably done this with us before. It's a very simple breath. We're going to breathe in through the nose and we're going to fill the stomach up with air. And then we're going to take a sip in as if we're topping it off. It's like you filled your gas tank. And then you got that one little squirt that you're going to top everything off with. So I breathe in through the nose, filling my belly with air. I sip. And now I'm going to sigh through the mouth. I'm going to put my tongue on the roof of the mouth behind my front teeth. I'm going to purse my lips, and I'm just going to let it all go. I'm going to do that 3 times. Gilbert says, it's okay if you're afraid, Jace. Let's see where this goes. Stitch, are you ready? Stitch, if you're ready, give me a thumbs up. So the Governor Big Al is in town. Gilbert gives a salute to Big Al. All right. Stitch is ready. Here we go. So our first breath. Breathing in, filling up that belly, nice and deep. Sipping air to top it off. Sigh with me, Stitch. Sit here for just a moment. Let your shoulders feel nice and heavy. Your arms relaxed. You can close your eyes if you want. Breath number 2. Breathing in through the nose. Sipping air. Sigh. Stitch, shake your arms out a little bit. Maybe rock back and forth. Just spend a little of that energy. Let it drain. Shake everything out. Our last breath. Breathe in through the nose. Sip in air. Sigh. Put a smile on your face, Stitch. Even if you don't feel like smiling, put a smile on your face. Sit up nice and straight. Letting everything go. When you're ready, I'll see you in the chat, Stitch. Jay says the fear is mine, Gilbert. That's because Gilbert is going to make you hit yourself with a stick and then do 500 psycho burpees and then get in an ice bath. I'd be afraid too. I'd be afraid if I had to do any one of those things, let alone all three. Praveen says, Yogi. It's Yogi time and Yogi time, Jace. He says, Jace, have you got 4 yogurts for after the meal? You'll be mugged. I've never heard that expression before. You're welcome, Anna. Thank you. Anna says, how are you this afternoon, Yogi? Pretty good. Pretty good. You're welcome, Stitch. I'm not seeing a whole lot of wildlife in the mornings lately. It's been too hot and humid for them. I did see a couple fawns this morning. And what else? That was about it. I tracked a bee and tried to get a close up, but I wasn't able to. Hopefully when the heat breaks, things will be out. It's been about a week since I've seen a beaver. It's been about a week since I've seen a fox. It's been about 2 weeks or so since I've seen an owl, although I heard one 2 days ago. Zephyr says, hey Jason, congrats, Gilbert. Best day ever. Gilbert says, I'm going to try and buzz through a few lives to say hi. Thanks for all. Love everyone. Love you, Gilbert and Ray. Awesome. I'm so happy for you guys. You both found the perfect people. Anna, how are you today? I did do a kettlebell workout, but I did not go live because it was a strength set, meaning I was only going to do a minute of each of those moves that I did yesterday. I was going to do it with the 20 kilograms. First part did not go too well. Second part went very well. The third part was excellent. The reason why I only do a minute of each is because I just want to get used to that heavy weight. He says, Yogi, I think mullet in the UK means to be drunk, and mullet is a yogurt. Oh, gotcha. Yogurt manufacturer. It was Jason's original joke. I like it that much, and I repeat it often. Awesome. Jason says, hey, Squirrel, we'll call you later on. It's time. Zephyr says, 21 years married here, Gilbert. Anna says, I'm good. Thank you, Yogi. I did a workout this morning, 200 burpees. Wow. and 500 squats. We'll do something else later. Excellent work, Anna. Anna is so quiet about what she does. Amazing. Jay says, when the cheese van crashed, there was debris everywhere. Jay says, Anna, would you like to do a collab soon? That would be something to see. I would love to see you too. Kat says, we'll call you later. It's time. Sounds awfully secret spy. You remember Lancelot Link? Does anyone remember that besides me? Zephyr says, Anna, that may be a good night's sleep. You would think. He says, I'd love to see Anna and Jace collab. Anna says, I started doing fitness every day more than 6 years ago, Yogi. This has completely changed my life. Oh, I understand for sure. Hey, Abigail. Hey, Brian. Sniper says, Cat Jack, I can neither confirm nor deny. So, Anna, so many questions. What led you to wanting to do fitness every day? And I believe I asked you this before. Do you take a day off? I don't. I work out every single day. Cat says, I see you, squirrel. Hey, Heavenly Star, how are you? He says, Cat, we could tell you, but you disappear in a cloud of smoke. He says, hey, Star, I missed you. He says hi to everyone. Hey, guys, have you been tuning in to Brian Lane? Brian's a good friend. He's been a good friend to all of us for a long time. Been friends with Brian for quite some time now. But in my opinion, his channel, he's been rejuvenated. He's just putting so much quality content out on a regular basis. Make sure you go by. Make sure that you get a chance to hang out with him in one of his live streams. Watch his videos where he's talking about leveling up. Brian is one of those rare guys who is as powerful externally as he is internally. I can't even begin to tell you how proud I am of the person that Brian is and how proud I am to be his friend. So let's support. This is I got to run. I'm with Dan in 15 minutes on his channel today. I'll be there to check you out, but that'll be live too much longer than 15 minutes. Get an hour in. We'll come back tonight. Hey, I mentioned, I don't know if everyone heard me. I got a copyright warning about the songs that Trending sang. Imagine that. No music. But imagine how good Trending had to sound in order for her to get a copyright strike. I could petition copyright holders to copyright strike me for one of the songs I sing, and they'd be like, wait a minute, that's what you were singing? That's one of our songs? So imagine how good Trending is. But also, that you can't just sing a song. People are so worried about profit that, hey, I own the rights to these songs, I'm not getting paid for you to use it. That you can't even sing it out loud in a public place or on a channel. But makes no sense whatsoever. Everyone should be able to free to sing whatever. No one owns words. I can understand you know, the music, sort of, because really, no one can own notes, can they? I don't know. I want artists to make money for sure, but I think everyone should be free to be able to sing. What do you mean, Abigail? She says, Brian brother, congrats on 2K subs. Well deserved too. You're welcome, Brian. Anna says, I don't take days off, Yogi. One day I entered a gym and I loved it. It was in 2019. Hey, Anna, do you mind if I ask you a couple questions? I don't ever want to sound like I'm prying. Sip says, sending prayers to you. Abigail. Oh, do you need Abigail? Do you need prayers? Prayers, my friend. Prayers, and we're sending you love. Joe gives a salute to Brian. Man, I love seeing Joe and Brian together. Jason Brian got some reps. And it says, thank you for your suggestion, Jace. Lady Sky said hi. Thank you, Lady Sky. Lady Sky, how are you? Brian says, I appreciate everyone and all the support for my channel everyone has done. What's up, Eric LaPointe? Eric gives us that smile. You guys know what that smile means. And a salute. Anna says hi to Jarrett. Hi to Eric. Eric LaPointe gives a salute to the chat. Eric LaPointe is another channel that is literally killing it. Just doing everything perfect. Brian says, Joe and I got another workout on Friday. I saw that. I saw that on your Facebook page. He says, hey, Eric. Eric, people were trying to summon you last night to get you to come up and sing a song. Eventually, I'd like to get Heavenly Star to come up and sing us a song. Brian says, we got one coming up again on Friday next week as well. Nice, guys. Who else do you want to work with, Brian? Hey, JR. JR, how you feeling? Are you fully recovered yet? Are you able to get back into your workouts? He says, Abigail, love you. Hope you're having a lovely day. Abigail is doing amazing and awesome. Yep, Sniper says, Eric LaPointe, we missed you in your gold jumpsuit, platform shoes, sitting next to your grand piano to play some Elton John. I'd love to hear Eric LaPointe do some Elton John. Someone saved my life last night, mainly because I don't know why. I want to hear Eric LaPointe sing Sugar Bear. Didn't have any music prepared, so I couldn't do it. Brian says, well, Dave and I are supposed to get one and maybe sometime next week as well. Jay says, number 3, LP. Brian says, well, Oscar and Eric LaPointe, I'd like to do one with. Yeah, that would be good. What do you think about that, Eric LaPointe? You want to get some reps in with Brian? JR says, very wisely, by the way. Going to start Monday. I really can't wait. Just annoying when you have setbacks, but that's life. Indeed, it is. JR says, Jace, brother, are you well?
to say quickly before I go live with Dan. The community, the unity, the love, the support, such an amazing thing. Obviously, one of our fellow brothers had a little bit of a difficult time. A few people were in his life and realised that maybe some more assistance was required. Everybody rallied round together. I received a phone call at 1:20 this morning.
Well,
woke up. But it seems to be a case of, with the group effort, made a little bit of a difference. We just proved to somebody that the love's always there, it's always consistent. And at the end of the day, we all have ups and downs. We all have times where things are difficult, but we're all going to be there for each other. Remember that, guys and girls. We're always there for each other. Much love, much kindness. I've really got to run. Dan's potty's going to punish me. Oh.
We'll see you over there. See ya.
Ciao.
Hey, MDL. How are you, my friend? What's new? Stepper says, when you say you haven't music ready, 15 hours is more than enough practice. Eric Point says, definitely, Brian. Hey, you know what? That would be two of the best Psycho Burpee guys in action together. Just occurred to me right there. Brian Lane and Eric LaPointe have power to spare. 100 Psycho Burpees? Brian and Eric? Brian says, hey, Eric, which one of those hockey cards are we talking about? Which players? Give me 1 second. I got a card from a friend of mine in Canada. Beautiful card. I've been friends with her for probably since 1999. We met on the Deepak Chopra. Probably, 1999. We met on Deepak Chopra's forum back when they had, internet forums, and instantly hit it off. She's been a soul friend. We met face to face. I traveled up in Canada a couple of different times, all to do readings for my books. I was invited to do some readings for my books, and really nice times. And my friend would show up there for the readings. Anyway, she was in one of the live streams once. She doesn't make it here often. I think you probably remember her. It was, some of you might remember her channel name here, Music Sound. And she mentioned if anyone liked hockey. And Brian likes hockey. And she mentioned sending some cards. And I got the cards. You know Wayne Merrick? Phil Bravado? Lloyd Thompson? These are like in mint condition. Lou Angotti? Any of these mean anything to anyone? Dave Christensen. This one doesn't have a package around it. Curtis Joseph. 2 Curtis Josephs. Jeff Brown. And St. Louis Blues team leaders. I did not know St. Louis actually had a hockey team until we had that conversation. They might be worth something, Brian. Hey, Candid Foodie, how are you, my friend? Candid Foodie says, "Good evening, sir. How you doing? Looking fresh?" Well, thank you. I'm feeling kind of fresh. I had a nap. I had my second meditation session. Great conversation with you guys. NDL says a little under the weather today, but resting and hydrating. Sorry to hear you under the weather. I'm glad to hear that you're resting. Praveen is having dinner. Come join us at 7:25. What's for dinner tonight? I had my version of Dal, D-A-L, which is lentils, rice, and potatoes. A little bit of turmeric, black pepper. Black pepper helps activate turmeric. If you're having turmeric for joint health, for the immune response that you get from it, make sure that you're getting it with black pepper to help activate it. Brent says, can get information from Yogi. So what I need to do is find a way to send these to you. I think I could put it in the mail with a regular stamp. They're not heavy. So I'll give that a try, and hopefully it won't come back. Candid Foodie, how are you, my friend? JR says, honestly find it crazy that strangers online can show you way more support than a lot of people you know in real life. What do you make of that, JR? I wonder if it's because for some people, easier online than it is in person. For me, I aim for seamlessness. I don't want to be a different person online than I am in life. I don't want to be a different person in life than I am online. Of course, there's going to be some differences. Maybe not differences, but you guys don't see me in my bad moments. Not that I haven't had bad moments here. Everyone who's been around for a while has seen me. You've seen me cry on my live streams. You see me cry sheer joy, happiness, tears of joy and happiness, and you've seen me break down in complete sadness. Sometimes in the very same live stream. Imagine that. Pea protein. Yours. Pea protein. I'm just going to keep repeating that over and over until it makes sense. I'm boycotting all pea conversations for a while. I need to heal, guys. I need to heal. I've had some devastating news about hummus. So I just need a little bit of time to regroup. Our friend Sissy has pointed out there's no difference between hummus and mushy peas. Unless you make a little distinction. And I'm doing my best. Sorry, I didn't mean to be shooting fingers at you guys. Easy, how are you, my friend? Brian says, yeah, you probably could, Eric. It's up to you. And Link, well, no. If they're worth something, Brian, it's up to you. They're heading in your direction. When you get them, if you find that they're worth something, use the money wisely, my friend. And by, of course, using the money wisely, I mean buy your friend Yogi a wonderful Christmas present. Can't get any wiser than that. She sent them for you. So she wrote a little poem here. That's one of the things that how we bonded, her and I. From afar, not in a jar, or by car. Through ether, a flow, a friendship forged. Much, much long ago, so the heart knows, a key. Below the sea, we see even from the seed to tree, freed. Dearest Eric, thank you with love. She's a beautiful person. Hey, hold on 1 second, guys. This is a bookmark in my original copy, purchased in '93, I think. A friend of mine gave me $100 gift card for Barnes & Noble, my favorite bookstore at the time. And because I watched her cat. And she was going to pay me, and I said, "No, it's your cat. I'll watch your cat." So as a gift, she gave me a gift card. And I decided to use that to finally purchase Miracles. This is the original thing. But anyway, this is about my friend, Music Sound. We wrote a poem. I wrote a poem. And she added it to it. She actually improved it infinitely so. Anyway, Kat says, making friends and family online can be good practice in our real life relationships. Agreed. I agree. Candid Foodie says, I'm doing well. Sir, have dinner cooking. Would love to cook for you someday. That would be awesome. She read this at a couple, she had some losses in her life, and she read the entire poem. So, so this is the part that I wrote. It's called As Ash. I have surrendered to your fire, and burnt, I come alive as nothing more than ash, and scattered by some holy breeze, I now reach every part of you. And she added, as winds blow across the ashes of love, to lands far away, I rejoice in the thought of how many will share in this sacred dance. As one alone cannot hold such a great love, it was meant for all the universe. So that was her and I collabing back in the early days. We probably wrote this 2000, 2001. I didn't set out to write something with someone. I just wrote that part as Ash. All right, August. Oh, we probably wrote it in 01, 03. She sent me this bookmark in August. Says, Eric, this one's for you. August 2003. I've known her forever. Such a wonderful person. Very sensitive person. It was inspired by loss. That, we think of a fire and we think of the ashes that are left over as a loss, and yet those ashes are scattered through the entire world, now touching everything and everyone. When we are released by the bonds of form, that which was our form, the molecules, the atoms, the particles, the subatomic particles, are now everywhere. That which was any of us at any point in history is now already something else. And the energy that held all those particles together, that spaciousness, already there, already home. Candy Foodie says that was beautiful. Thank you. Praveen says, well, sir. Praveen, when I read that, I was thinking of you, my friend. Brian says, I'm probably not going to get rid of them if I was to get them. Oh, you'll definitely get them. I would like to keep, Eric, I'm going to message you some of my baseball collection. My brother's been collecting baseball cards forever. He got rid of some. We had a bit of a financial crunch. Brian sent me a video with some of his cards. Hey, Brian, can I play the video? You mind if I show it here? So we're going to end the live shortly. Our friend Jace and Dan are live, or will be. Our friend Mom Dog 72, Molly, she is live. She's a lovely person. If you get a chance, go hang out with her. I will be back this evening. Maybe we'll sing. Who knows? I'd like to continue talking about yoga, Buddhism, and A Course in Miracles, the similarities and the differences. Brian says, yeah. All right, guys, let's check out. Awesome, Brian. Hey, Brian, what's your crowning card? The one that tops your list. I love baseball cards. I've never collected baseball cards. It's such a uniquely American thing to do. So, hey, Selma. Selma says, is Shirley here? Shirley is not here today. Love to you, Praveen. Anna says, thank you, Yogi. Selma says, hi. Praveen says, baseball player cards like you used to collect WWE player cards in my childhood. Yep. I think there's a card for everything. Selma says, I miss you. Come on by and sing with us tonight, Selma. If you're able to. So yeah, come on back tonight. We'll talk some more about the whole yoga, Buddhism, Course in Miracles, similarities, difference, why choose one over the other. Guess what? You don't have to choose anything. Just practice. You don't even have to, man, if you get the Course in Miracles, and the wonderful thing about A Course in Miracles is you can get it in any one thing. I've been doing a few videos on the holographic nature of the Course, how one line can contain the entirety of the whole. The introduction says, nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal exists. Therein lies the peace of God. If we truly got that, we wouldn't have to go anything farther. If there's anything that threatens you, your sense of identity, even if it threatens you physically, says nothing real can be threatened. If we feel that we are threatened bodily, of course, take care of yourself. Get yourself somewhere safe. Do what you can to take care of yourself across the board. However, that statement holds true because if you feel your body is threatened, that means your body ultimately can't be real, can't be who you truly are. Who you are transcends the physical. If I lost a finger, am I less Eric than I was before? If a tooth falls out, if I get a haircut, okay, maybe that's a bad example. If I trim my beard, if I blow my nose, don't want to get gross and say if I go to the bathroom, but if anything, right? If I cut my fingernails, I don't actually have fingernails to cut, but if I did, am I less? Pavid says, but now I have collected real cards and that 2 for lifetime Eric card and Cat and Jack card. Would be funny if there was such a thing. I wouldn't mind a Cat and Jack card. I would collect that too. Someone says my sister Claire is in the hospital. I'm sorry, Selma. My stepdaughter collected Pokemon cards. The first conversation we ever had, she asked me what I knew about it, and I made up a huge long story about what I knew about Pokemon cards, and she's like, that had nothing to do with Pokemon cards or Pokemon or anything even resembling reality. She was a very smart kid. And that forged our bond right there, that I would be willing to take time to make a completely ridiculous story just to make her smile. Someone says, happy Saturday. Went to the funeral. Prayers to you, Selma. Candid Foodie's laughing, so is Praveen. She is now 33 years old. Candid Foodie says, oh, that's cute. She was a great kid. Huge heart. Incredible artist. She's now a great person. Huge heart. Incredible artist. I was very fortunate to, and am very fortunate to still be her stepfather. Her father, as she used to say, her father, her birth father, was her father, who she loved, but I was her dad because I was always there every day. Someone says she's up in heaven. She is in heaven. David says, sir, you don't call for us to dinner, so we're calling you. Come join us, please. It did sound good. One day. Hey, Kamari, how are you? Kamari says hello. All right. We're going to off. We're going to go check out Jace. He's live with Dan. Brian says, wish your sister the best healing prayers, Selma. Thank you, Brian. And I'll probably go check out Molly, too. Our friend Maddie, No F's, No Frills, No Mercy, is going to be tying flies later today, probably in about an hour or so, I'm going to guess. I hope to see you guys there. Always a fun time. Come on back later, guys. We'll sing some songs. We'll do something. Tell some stories. Thank you, Praveen. Candid Foodie, thank you so much for being here. Love to you both. Take care, too. Love you guys. I'll see you later.